Yo, what is up, and then Austin? What's going on, my dude? That's your mic. What's going on, man? How are you? How are ya? And what you up to? I'm setting a couple things up here, dude. Just trying to get the whatchamacallit set up here. I'm up in Minneapolis. Nice. Isn't Minneapolis? That's the same place as the didn't Prince have a bar out there? Like fourth club or something like that? 4th Street Club or something? Parked at a gas station, waiting for coworker with a work card. Nice. I'm a tired man, barely slept last night and tweaked my back. Dude, I'm sorry to hear that, man. How was your day been? You're good, fam. Take your time. Yep. Damn, dude. I remember playing in the, not playing, but I remember touring through there with was it? I think it was Seven Dust. Seven Dust. I think we played through there, and there was a pretty cool show there. It was that venue was awesome, man. It literally was built for musicians. I used to be in a couple bands, but I was also a tour manager back in 2007 and 2008. 2007, I tour managed a band called In Vitro, and basically like hardcore, right? Hardcore punk metal. I'm a metalhead at the end of the day, right? I like the hardcore music, hardcore metal, rock. You know what I mean? You got your new metal, you got your old metal, you got your heavy metal, you got your fast metal, you got your emo metal. Dope, I'm a drummer and same metalhead here too. Nice, dude. So if you're a metalhead, so you're probably familiar with Seven Dust, obviously Static X, Hell Yeah. Of course, everybody's pretty much familiar with System of a Down. Yeah, I've worked in the industry. I used to, from 96 to basically now, you know what I mean? It's been about like 30 plus years. Yeah, like 2,500 shows. Under my belt, just from booking. Like I was a talent buyer. I worked full circle, man. From booking, promotions, talent buying, venue scouting, you know what I mean? All that stuff, production, events, over the last 30 years. Ultimately, it got me all the way up to doing festival production and events, or side ops managing and whatnot, with Coachella Festival for 10 years, and then Stagecoach for 10 years. And then I had my disability, my head injury kind of a thing. I started getting basically a lot of pain in my head, so Disturbs, nice. All-time favorite, it'd have to be like Pantera, because the story that led into that, you know, being a huge fan of metal like that, and then actually meeting Vinnie Paul, and then hearing the stories when we did and then 2008, I guess I also tour managed a band called Snot. The name of the band was called Snot, and that was Sonny Mayo, Mikey Doling, Jamie Miller, which Jamie Miller now, the drummer, is the drummer for Bad Religion, and he was also anyone knows by the Trail of the Dead. He was awesome. I love Jamie. I love Jamie's drumming style. Yeah. Man, you know, it's just rock and roll, dude. You know, I was lucky enough that my name got out there enough to people where, you know what I mean? I guess the saying is this, right? Be the kind of person that others will share your name in a room full of opportunities. I guess that's what happened in my case, you know? Yeah, Mikey, and that's how I met Mikey. Mikey, you know, was like, yo, dude. And this was like 2 years prior to even doing the tour. He's like, I'm gonna bring you on tour, bro. And then at the Rainbow Room in Sunset in Hollywood, it's your typical cliche movie thing, right? And it's if you know anything about it, it's the Rainbow Room is next to the Roxy on Sunset Boulevard in basically downtown LA, or in LA. It's a strip, and it was a history of rock and roll and music in that era. And my boss at the time when that was going down, which was Mikey's best friend, basically like a brother, was Nick, and Nick owned the Roxy, and his dad was Lou Adler, who basically, I think he was the director. His fame was Cheech and Chong. Up in smoke. Up in smoke is where my money goes. So everything tied in, and it's been a cool journey, man. Would I go through and do it again? Yeah, I definitely do a little bit couple things different. But as far as like, I burned the midnight oil all over the place, dude. You know, I've always pushed myself completely to the max to where basically that's why I'm always like into glass cannon builds, if you ever see that. I always went full blast, and because I believe, you know, once you get old and once you get to a point where you can't do anything anymore, at least I get to say, like, down the road I pushed myself completely to the max as far as I could, and enjoyed everything. Because at that point, like, I never got out, so I got lucky. Man. That's really a lot of it is. Did I make millions and billions of dollars? Absolutely not. Should I have made millions and billions of dollars? Probably should have, but I don't. I tried not to care about money too much, and obviously when you get older, you have to care about money because you have to pay the man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. It's there's a lot of truth to that. You know what I mean? Because in today's, 2023, man, everyone's out for themselves. Everybody is cutthroat. Everyone's stealing everybody's ideas. Everybody's, you know what I mean? Like, nothing's changed in that department of the world. But if you surround yourself with good people, there's a difference between good people, and nice people. There are nice people in the world, you know what I mean? And there are a lot of people that use being nice to snake their way in and do stuff, right? So you want to surround yourself with good people that have a good moral compass and that aren't after anything that you're doing, and that saying right there was like, it's a pretty solid saying for me, because that's kind of been like my life story, is that only reason why I've ever gotten opportunities, people were just always like, yo, dude, Ninjerky, this guy right here, he's like, this is the guy, you got to bring that guy on tour with you, or you got to book shows with this guy, or people spoke for me without me having to say stuff, and then people would come to me and ask, hey, I'm really close friends with so and so, and they trusted you, and here I am talking to you about it. What can we do, and stuff like that. So that's how that works, man. Because your reputation speaks for itself, and then when you do your work and you do what you do, and they see that, then it's like, you're building from that. But anyways, I'm just adding another. I gotta add a. Hold on, I gotta add something here. I don't have to. All right, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go into intermission. All right, so here we go. We are here. This does have to go on the back. All I'm doing is just scaling this into here. Just because I want to read up on what's going on with Destiny. But I also want to make it big enough for everybody to be able to kind of see it and read it. Oh, almost. Well, there we go. Yeah, we'll see what's good, man. Thank you so much for the gifts, too. I want to say thank you, man. Appreciate that. Appreciate the support, man. And definitely please drive safe and take care of yourself, man. Get some, like, there's like these packs that you can buy, right? That you can put on your back, like the back patch to help relieve the pain. Slap it on your back, and then just chill for a little bit. So that's what we're looking at there, ladies and gents. So when I go into here, oh, it won't let me interact with it? A bummer. Oh, you know why? Because I have to do it as a browser. Oh, well, anyways. Take a look. So this week in Destiny. New rewards to earn. A preview of next week's weapons update. Gunsmith focused. World engrams. Topics for this week. Exotic focusing updates. Deck of Whispers. Article highlight. We got mid-season armor and weapon previews. More seasons added to the cutscene archive. Nice. Raul hosts The Price is Right. Damn, this guy. Yeah, dude. Well, definitely. If I'm on, usually I try to finish. I usually try to stream like 9 to 5. That's really it. And if I don't get up at 9, it's because I either have something going on or I have a headache or. So I usually try not to start no later than like 12 or 1, but you know, I don't. That's why I don't have like a set schedule. But I do stream Monday. You know, I'll definitely try to stream like at least 4 hours. Hi, Pixie Logic. What's going on, boo boo? What's going on, boo boo? So we're just checking out some Master Ragu. mean, this is what I could do.
What up, though? It's Big Snoop D-O-double-G, and I'm an English.
Yo, what up? That's D-O-double-G. Sorry, guys. What are you up to, Pixie? How was your day? How are you doing? Do all kinds of stuff to do this, huh?
What sunshine is to flowers, smiles are to humanity.
I still get nightmares.
All right, so we're gonna get our own AI reading here. See how this works.
Hi-ho, economy team here. One of the biggest challenges for our economy team is making...
So, is that still loud? Try it again.
Hi-ho, economy team here. One of the biggest challenges for our economy team is making sure that the in-game currency required for our most exciting in-game gear is fair and achievable for players of all skill levels and play styles. If the required currency is too high, only players who play the hardest content every week feel like they can afford something, and it stops feeling aspirational for new and more casual players. On the other hand, if the price is too low, highly engaged folks will essentially have infinite access to the currency in question. And it makes getting high-end gear like exotics feel like no big deal. When we made exotic focusing, we spent a lot of time asking ourselves, what feels fair to players of all types? We then modeled the prices after the cost of buying new exotics from the Monument to Lost Lights. It was a high price point, but by including a cheaper and more randomized option, we felt sure that, if nothing else, we wouldn't accidentally flood the game with exotics until they felt like the items were extremely common. Since then, we have had a lot of opportunities to both listen to community feedback about exotic focusing and collect detailed data about how much players with different time commitments tend to earn and own. Week to week. To make a long story short, we saw that, except for folks who play Destiny 2 a whole heck of a lot, most weeks you all weren't earning more than a few Ascendant shards a week. With players who only have a few hours to play maybe earning one. Armed with that information, we've made two important changes to how exotic focusing is priced. First and foremost, we are eliminating the exotic cipher cost for Tier 2 focusing. Focusing was always meant to be a way for players to put in the work and pick what they want, and the slow rate at which players earn exotic ciphers works against
gosh.
that.
Thank you.
Secondly, we are reducing Ascendant shard costs for both tiers of exotic focusing. Tier 2 focusing will now cost 2 shards, so most players will be able to get a few extra targeted rolls for build crafting per week, if that's where they choose to spend them. Tier 1 focusing already only costs 1 shard, but we heard a lot of feedback that the cost still felt steep. In all that data about materials, we also realized that players don't have enough places to spend enhancement prisms in a meaningful way, so we changed the cost from 1 shard to 10 prisms. On the surface, the price hasn't changed much, 50,000 glimmer, but now, for less than it costs to get a shard, you can get a semi-targeted exotic roll. Updated, 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time 10/5/2023. In closing, here are the new and lower exotic focusing costs that will be implemented on October 17, 2023.
So you got your tier 1 at 30,000 glimmer with 10 enhancement prisms. That's the tier 1 focusing. And then tier 2, you got 60,000 glimmer with 2 ascendant shards. So that's not terrible. I mean, they're balancing that out. Deck of Whispers, this is where it gets, I think, like to be a waste. So we'll go into this here.
As players have witnessed, there is a new feature in the Season of the Witch, the Deck of Whispers. Earlier this week we released a feature story going into more depth and detail around the creation and execution of getting the deck into the game and then summoning an IRL version of the deck you can own for yourself. Learning more about the hows and whys of this is truly something special, so make sure you take a look at the
And then going into mid-season armor tier weapons. So I'm kind of going back and forth there between the AI talking thing and here we go, ladies and gents. We're going to get into the meat and potatoes of everything here. Getting into the mid-season armor and weapon preview. Let's go.
Mid-season armor and weapons preview. It is time for the mid-season armor and weapons update, and today we are diving deeper into the upcoming changes that you can look forward to in Update 7.2.5. Here we go. First up, let us look at some armor changes. Upcoming Season 22 exotic armor balance changes. For the Season 22 mid-season update, we wanted to adjust 2 exotic armors that we felt were becoming hard to counter in PvP. Antaeus wards. Reflective vents now requires full class ability to deploy. Following deactivation of reflective vents, your class ability energy is drained proportional to the amount of damage reflected. No longer provides an improved slide. Antaeus wards was granting too large a benefit for too little a cost. It also suffered from a lack of meaningful counterplay options. By tying the damage reflection to class ability, we hope to reduce the uptime of the effect and to prevent it from easily stacking with the Juggernaut arc aspect.
Oh, I see what they did there. And all these guys, everybody is trying to do like make money off this shit. Crazy. Give me a free one, dude. I mean, I guess there's Google, huh? Hey, Roxanne, the TWID is out. And it is going to be interesting. Right now I'm looking for a good text-to-speech.
Read Aloud is a Chrome and Firefox extension that uses text-to-speech technology. Read Aloud is a Chrome and Firefox extension that uses text-to-speech technology to Read Aloud is a Chrome and Firefox extension that uses Read Aloud is a Chrome and Firefox extension that uses text-to-speech technology to convert web page text to audio. Read Aloud is a Chrome and Read Aloud is a Chrome and Firefox extension that uses text.
Read Aloud is a Chrome and Firefox extension that uses Read Aloud is a Chrome and Firefox extension that
Read Aloud is a Chrome and Firefox extension that uses text-to-speech technology to convert web page text to audio.
Read Aloud is a Chrome and Firefox extension that uses text. Read Aloud is a Chrome and Firefox. Read Aloud is a Chrome and Firefox extension that uses text-to-speech technology. Read Aloud is a Chrome and Firefox.
Read Aloud is a Chrome and Firefox extension that uses text-to-speech technology to convert web page text to audio. Read Aloud is a Chrome and Firefox extension that uses
Read Aloud is a Chrome and Firefox extension that uses text-to-speech technology to convert web page text to audio. It works on a variety of websites, including news sites, blogs, fan fiction, publications, textbooks, school and course materials. This Week in Destiny, October 5, 2023. 3H, Sam. Happy TWI'd Day, Guardians. We are back this week and ready to, you know what? Some of us might not have finished this week's story yet, so we will save that for another day. We hope you are enjoying it, and honestly, I'm looking forward to the art y'all will inevitably come up with. Okay, before we get too distracted, let's dive right into the news. Topics covered last week. 1 new rewards to earn. 2 a preview of next week's weapons update. 3 gunsmith-focused world engrams. Topics for this week. 1 exotic focusing updates. When we made exotic focusing, we spent a lot. Deck of Whispers. It is time for the mid-season armor and weapons update, and today we are diving deeper into the upcoming changes that you can look forward to in update 7.2.5. Here we go. First up, let us look at some armor changes. Upcoming Season 22 exotic armor balance changes. For the Season 22 mid-season update, we wanted to adjust 2 exotic armors that we felt were becoming hard to counter in PvP. Antaeus wards. 1 reflective vents now requires full class ability to deploy. Following deactivation of reflective vents, your class ability energy is drained proportional to the amount of damage reflected. 2 no longer provides an improved slide. Antaeus wards was granting too large a benefit for too little a cost. It also suffered from a lack of meaningful counterplay options. By tying the damage reflection to class ability, we hope to reduce the uptime of the effect and to prevent it from easily stacking with the Juggernaut arc aspect. Antaeus wards users will have to think about their engagements more carefully because opponents can exploit the times their class ability is on cooldown. Young Ahamkara's Spine. 1 reduced the trip mine grenade's bonus health from 100 to 70 and removed the bonus 50% damage resistance. 2 grenade energy is now provided on ability kills instead of damage with abilities. These changes to Young Ahamkara's Spine targeted 2 aspects of the exotic that we felt were causing issues. First, we want to bring its total bonus grenade energy more in line with other solar ability focused exotics, like Athris's Embrace and Caliban's Hand. This change keeps the amount of energy provided large but reduces how easily it can be gained. Second, we wanted to make it easier to counter the enhanced trip mine grenades in PvP by reducing the amount of bonus durability that the exotic provides. The hope is that a well-placed trip mine will still offer the hunter an advantage, but a careless one no longer shifts the flow of an
Oopsie poopsies. So This is all. Is this all PvP stuff? If it's all PvP stuff, you know I don't care about it.
Young Ahamkara's spine. Young Ahamkara's spine. Weapon balancing. This Week in Destiny, October 5th, 2023. Weapon balancing. Weapon archetypes. 1. Submachine guns. While SMGs as a whole have generally been brought into line by the recent changes, we are still finding that many players, especially those on mouse and keyboard, see little downside to sacrificing their stability stat to maximize range. We always want players to have a choice when it comes to which stat they want to prioritize, but those choices should have trade-offs. Until now, ignoring or even reducing stability was not seen as much of a penalty, and the benefits of range far outstripped the downsides, so we are going to make that choice a little bit tougher. The goal of this change is not to make SMGs feel hard to control at base. That said, if you choose to sacrifice stability or not to invest in it, you will notice the difference in controllability, especially at maximum ranges where greater precision is required. 1. General. 1. Increased recoil globally by 10%. 2. Reduced the mouse and keyboard stability bonus from 20% to 10%. 2. Auto rifles. In general, we're happy that auto rifles are seeing more play in PvP, even in higher level lobbies, but we believe the 2-part buff to range they received in Season May 22nd have been a bit too much. This is especially true for the rapid fire and precision subfamilies, which were already strong. On the other hand, we are still not happy with where adaptive and high-impact auto rifles shake out compared to other Rs, so we've made some tweaks to separate them a bit. For rapid fire, adaptive, and precision Rs, we have reduced their aim down sight, adds, damage falloff scalar stat back down to 1.6x, while we have left high impacts at 1.7x. This should sufficiently differentiate the maximum ranges they are able to achieve and give high impacts room to breathe over precisions, which are currently able to achieve the same ranges without the downside of needing to be more accurate. For adaptive Rs, we weren't happy with how difficult they felt to use, so we have increased their base damage and decreased their critical hit multiplier to make them more forgiving, while retaining their current optimal time to kill. 1. Rapid fire auto rifles. 1. Reduced the adds damage falloff scalar from 1.7x to 1.6x. 2. Adaptive auto rifles. 1. Reduced the adds damage falloff scalar from 1.7x to 1.6x. 2. Increased the base damage from 14.25 to 15. 3. Decreased the critical hit multiplier from 1.6 to 1.55, critical damage goes from 22.8 to 23.3. 3. Precision auto rifles. 1. Reduced the adds damage falloff scalar from 1.7x to 1.6x. 2. Amit AR4. In our final change to Rs, we are going to be experimenting with the new freedom that separating zoom from damage falloff has given us by moving the Amit AR4's zoom value from 17 to 15. In the live game, Amit is currently the undisputed king of all Rs for multiple reasons. Its high range, the ability to craft it with double enhanced consistency perks, the Omelan origin trait, and its above average zoom all contribute to the weapon feeling like there is no reason to use anything else. Reducing the zoom will make the weapon easier to use at closer range, where it has stiff competition from SMGs like Immortal and Unending Tempest, but it will make it harder to use at long range, as the accuracy will be decreased, and the aim assist will fall off sooner. This will introduce a trade-off to using the weapon and open the door for other Rs to step in and fill the longer range gap. 1. Reduced the zoom from 17 to 15. 4. Pulse rifles. While we're generally satisfied with the place that high-impact pulse rifles have found themselves in after the recent round of range changes, it has come at the cost of almost all other pulse rifle subfamilies swinging heavily negative in terms of effectiveness. As such, we'll be making 2 changes to pulse rifles in the mid-season patch. Our explicit goal is to keep high-impact pulse rifles near where they are now, while elevating the other subfamilies to move back into contention. We'll be increasing the damage falloff start at 0 range by 1m, which means that pulse rifles with low-range stats, rapid fire, lightweight, and adaptive, will all see a noticeable benefit to their damage fall-off start distances, while pulse rifles with higher range stats, those over 60, like high-impact pulse rifles, will see little to no improvement. Combined with the reduction in most auto rifle ranges, we believe this change will allow the faster firing, lower range pulses rifles to find some room in the sandbox. 5. At the other end of the spectrum, aggressive pulse rifles have been overshadowed by high impacts for almost all their existence, due to needing to land more shots at a higher critical hit ratio, plus having a longer burst time and a much slower body shot time to kill. We are wary of buffing their damage and entering into another high-impact pulse rifle situation, but we believe there is some room to improve their comparative range due to their distinctly lower ease of use. As such, we have moved their ADS damage fall-off scalar from 1.7x to 1.8x, which will elevate them over high-impact pulse rifles in terms of damage fall-off distance and give players a reason to take the trade-off in terms of lethality and forgiveness. 1 General. 1 Increased damage fall-off range at 0 stat by 1m. 2 Aggressive pulse rifles. 1 Increased the ADS damage fall-off scalar to 1.8x. Weapon type Season 21 Base Zoom Season 22 ADS damage fall-off scalar S22 Mid-Season ADS damage fall-off scalar. SMGs 1.4 1.4 1.4. Hand cannons 1.4 1.5 1.5. Auto rifles, base, 1.6 1.7 1.6. Auto rifles, high impact, 1.6 1.7 1.7. Pulse rifles, base, 1.7 1.7 1.7. Pulse rifles, aggressive, 1.8 1.7 1.8. ADS damage fall-off start distances, 0 to 100 range stat. Primary weapon type Season 21 base range Season 22 base range S22 mid-season base range. SMGs 12.60 to 22.40 14.42 to 23.52
Do you guys care about the super stats like that?
23.52. Auto rifles, base, 17.20 to 33.2.
So
Gotta be a better way.
this is like PvP kind of stuff. Fusion rifles, some combatants perks, stamp, boost, right. Reduced minimum damage. Reduced the minimum damage that fusion rifles can deal after damage fall off from 50 to 45%. Okay, so they took 5% off on that. Because all this is basically aim down sight, so that's ADS, and this is just basically your. This is all ADS stuff. I'm gonna go right over to fusion rifles. Not that I really use fusion rifles.
One Fusion rifles. Some combinations of perks and damage boosts can allow fusion rifles to operate well outside their intended ranges. Plus, in general, fusion rifles feel like they can reach out just a bit too much, so we have reduced the minimum damage after falloff from 50% to 45%. This means their damage falloff will occur more quickly once it starts and will decrease to a lower value than it does currently in live, which should help to reduce the instances of feeling like you were mapped well outside of expected range. 1 General. 1 Reduced the minimum damage that fusion rifles can deal after damage falloff from 50% to 45%. 2 Sniper rifles. The changes to sniper rifles are twofold. First, we wanted to address the issue that sniper rifles, even with moderate investment in airborne effectiveness, AE, still don't feel usable in the air. We increased their base airborne accuracy by 20%, which now has them starting at the same accuracy that they had with an Icarus mod pre-AE. Further investment in AE will still provide increased accuracy and aim assist. On the other hand, snipers have been bordering on becoming oppressive in high-level gameplay, and part of that is they deal such high damage that even landing a body shot can push a player to critical health. This felt wrong, as the intent of the sniper rifle is to be a high-risk, high-reward weapon, and having them be so rewarding for missing a headshot didn't feel like it fit the amount of upside they can provide in the hands of a skilled player. As a result, we've decreased the amount of body shot damage that sniper rifles can do as a starting point and will evaluate how this change plays out in the wild moving forward. Note, this change also affects their body shot damage in PvE, but in Season 23, we will be buffing sniper rifle PvE damage by a flat 15%, which will more than offset this decrease and increase their precision damage against all targets. 1 General. 1 Decreased the airborne accuracy penalty by 20%. Sniper rifles are now as accurate at base as they were pre-AE with an Icarus mod. 2 Aggressive sniper rifles. 1 Decreased body shot damage from 157.5 to 135. 2 Increased critical hit multiplier from 3x to 3.5x. 3 Adaptive sniper rifles. 3 Decreased body shot damage from 131 to 119. 1 Increased critical hit multiplier from 2.95x to 3.25x. 4 Rapid fire sniper rifles. 1 Decreased body shot damage from 90 to 85. 2 Increased critical hit multiplier from 3.25x to 3.45x. 5 Shotguns. Like snipers, we wanted to make shotguns with minimal AE investment feel more usable, so we have matched the base in-air accuracy of slug shotguns to what they were at pre-AE with an Icarus mod. Pellet shotguns are in a bit of a unique situation, as pre-AE they had a substantial accuracy penalty, which would deflect the entire pellet spread, which at the time was also random. We have since removed that entirely and replaced it with an increase to spread angle, so that the effect of jumping on the weapon's behavior would be more predictable, and could be displayed in the hip-fire reticle. As it stands currently, their actual accuracy is the same as it is on the ground and cannot be improved, but to be fair to them, we have also decreased the pellet spread penalty by 20%. 1 General. 1 Decreased the airborne accuracy penalty for precision slug shotguns by 20%. Slug shotguns are now as accurate at base as they were pre-AE with an Icarus mod. 2 Decreased the airborne pellet spread penalty for pellet shotguns by 20%. Perks. 1 Perfect float. Perfect float has strong benefits, but the duration was too short for something that just improves stats and requires extended combat. 1 Increased base duration from 6 to 10 seconds. 2 Increased extended duration from 7 to 12 seconds. 2 Kickstart. Kickstart is one of the most popular damage perks on fusion rifles, and it allows them to have both a substantial damage buff and faster charge time without a difficult activation cost, so we have reduced the damage bonus provided by the perk. 1 Reduced damage bonus from 20% to 15%. Checkmate. We will also have some minor tuning coming for checkmate control, including increasing the score to win from 100 to 125 and decreasing the frequency of heavy ammo spawns from 90 to 180 seconds. Future stuff. In Season
What do you guys
23,
think?
we will have a host of PvE tuning changes. We don't want to share too many specifics because some things still have the possibility of shifting during testing, but we can give you this sneak peek. 1 Increased base PvE damage for glaive projectiles and sniper rifles. 2 Increased damage against minor combatants for pulse rifles and auto rifles. 3 Greatly increased damage against champions for Revision 0 and Vex Mythoclast. We're also very excited to finally get the glaive rework into your hands, including some changes we've made to the exotic class glaives to make them more effective and enjoyable to use. Have any thoughts about what?
Alright, ladies and gents. Let's, So, that was all PvP kind of stuff, man. And don't get me wrong. It's a waste of my time. But, it was the TWAB, or the TWID. And everybody gets to see what's going on in Destiny, man. So I hope, I swooped up on those because those were looking pretty good. Kind of what I want to do is don't get me wrong, I like the sword cleaving and all that good stuff, but a part of me kind of wants to go like rifle. That is incandescent discord. This was supposed to be awesome, ended up not being that great. Sorry, I'm trying to like think of a setup I want to do right now. That is not gonna. Maybe rolling with that. Yeah, I guess I could. I feel like that could be good. Color siphon, that's good. Source of power, it's fine. Well, it's Arc and Strand, huh? It's alright. Who's sending me messages? Bruh? Yo, yo, yo.
The Temple of Oryx is protected by one of Savathun's toughest warriors. Guarding something. Something you can use like you use Sagira's shell. But the only way in is through some old canals, which means we need a boat. Leave that part to me. Our guy.
We clear it?
Guarding the temple.
Yeah, we're good, we're
What's he
good.
doing away from his post? This could be our chance.
The other part of this too is I gotta do this. Just because I can use this here. Nice, nice. There we go, there we go.
Back there. The path is unblocked.
All right, we're good, we're good. Now we're moving up through here. I feel like this needs to be not the siphon, but the you know what I mean? Like,
There's your ride. You just hop on and I'll handle the rest. These weird hive controls. I mean, how does this... Ah! There it is. Here we go. Boat's moving.
Why did we stop?
I don't know. Didn't expect this. It's a little hiccup. You can get that barrier down, right? Sure you can. Hey, you did it! Good job. Boat's on the move again.
boats on the move again. Oh yeah?
Finch, we're stuck again.
Seriously, but I did the thing. It's just this hive tech. It's so archaic. Just give me a sec. Got it. Okay, we'll get close to the swamp now. Temple's not far from here.
You said this is a temple to Oryx?
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, I lost it. Dang it.
Savathun's brother, the Taken King himself. Killed each other about 1 million times over, but she dedicated a temple to him. Funny how that works. Now be careful here. Something happened to this place. It's overgrown with darkness.
I can sense light here, though. I just can't see it. Maybe there's a safe path through.
Alright, we got through. Woo! It was tough. That was a minute.
The knight guarding this place? He's an old rival of Oryx, and he's no joke. Pretty funny that Savathun has him guarding Oryx's temple.
Check this out for a minute. I'll kind of feel this out. Just feels like there's better bows than that, huh? It really does. Feels like there should be something better. So instead of solar, I'm gonna do this here. I'm gonna make this testing some stuff out, ladies and gents. To be honest, I'm not happy with it particularly. Per se. We'll pick up all these orbs here. Oh, a bastard! One got it behind me. Dang it! I didn't see the one behind me. Ooh, there was a lot going on there. Positive outlook. OMG. Pick this up. Can't pick it up. What was he doing? He was doing that. Oh, that was... Oh, that's a warlock, of course. Well, that's my triple 100 setup, but I can do better. I can always do better. Bender. What's Bender? Guardian. Let's pick this guy. Still the Void Titan. Okay. So I guess what I could do too is I want to dabble into the I do want to dabble in the this here. Okay. Super. Priest. Spending. Sliding activate. Encouragement. Just the rally banner. Beat a target with melee attack, finisher, or sword to raise a banner of war. That pulses with energy, periodically healing nearby allies and increasing melee and sword damage. Okay, targets defeated by you and nearby allies Charge the banner, increase the speed of pulse. Destroying a tangle or casting your super grants woven mail or nearby allies. While you have woven mail, your melee regeneration rate is increased. Okay. Sliding, activating your charge melee ability to leap, knocking nearby targets away and dealing damage while airborne active. Charge melee again to launch a cluster of damaging unraveling projectiles. Interesting. Because it won't be this, because I need something that's strand, right? And that's going to be none other than this. Quicksilver Storm. Tracker. And then I don't think there isn't a... is there an energy slot? Weapon? I don't think there is. That's strand, right? I don't think there is one yet. Maybe fusion, but that's in kinetic slot. That looks like the only one. It's the sniper. Not many choices in here, are the mate. Because this one here I can hit with, I can do the... I can do, the rocket launcher, which has actually been pretty good, believe it or not. Rocket launcher here. I just need to decide whether or not I'm going to stick with... To reset the artifact. Those two right there cover themselves, and then... Scentless Sips is going to have to be the way, huh? Powered melee final blows create orbs of power. Yeah, go with a little bit more of that. Well, you know what I do have? It'll be interesting to use it, though. I don't know. What do you guys think?
By one of Savathun's toughest warriors. Guarding something. Something you can use like you use Sagira's shell. But the only way in is through some old canals, which means we need a boat. Leave that part to me. That's our guy, the one guarding the temple. What's he doing away from his post? Give me our chance.
Is he up here? Where's he at?
back there. The path is unblocked.
I mean... Hey, I love your faces. But what I'm going to do here is I am going to rock this. I do appreciate everybody popping in and saying hello. I got some stuff I got to do here. I'll see you all probably tomorrow. I love your faces. I'm out.